Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's masterclass. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. I love that you took the time out of your Saturday to join us because this tells me that you're serious about your business. And I know it's easy to register for webinars, but sometimes it's not as easy to sign up and to actually go to them. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your Saturday and joining me. For me, I am in North Dakota, so it's super cold, and I think we have a storm coming. So it's a good day to just be inside and stay warm. My office is nice and toasty, and to be with you guys. So as we go through the master class, I will be popping in the chat box to see if you guys have any questions that relate to what I'm going over. If I don't see it immediately, it's okay. But I would love for you to ask me questions. I want you to make this experience as valuable as possible. And I'm here for you. I'm here for a good hour to help you get started with your coaching business. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen here and pop over to the slides, and we're good. So you can see my screen. You can still see me. And now I'm going to blow it up a little bit so I can see the whole deal. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I hope you have something to write with, because we have all kinds of golden nuggets for you to remember. And I don't want you to forget anything, but just remember that we do have a replay coming. So if you need that, just let me know. And we're just taking forever with the slideshow. Oh, there we go. So we're at the Kickstart Your Coaching Business Masterclass. And we're going to go over the fundamental things that you need to have in place so you can go from making $0 to 5 figures fast. And the reason why I chose 5 figures is because I feel like people forget or don't want to talk about the 5 figures for some reason. Everyone wants to talk about the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8 figures. And when you're just starting and you hear somebody say, I'm going to help you get to 7 figures, that's just really hard for you to manifest the reality of that. For me, it was. And it was a lot easier for me to manifest the reality of having a 5-figure launch or a 5-figure month rather than being an 8-figure business owner. I needed something to grasp onto to put out into the universe. So the 5 figures was easy for me. And then it happened really easily for me. So that's why I want to teach you guys that, because we need something to shoot out there, and this is it. So we're going to shoot this goal out there, and then we're going to detach from it, and then we're going to put in the things that I will teach you in place so you can get to that point. Okay. All right. So next slide. You might be new to anything that I've done, or you might have attended several things that I'm about, or you're following me. But if you're just really new to my community, I'm Lindsay Maloney. I help women create and scale their coaching businesses, whether they're just starting or they're feeling a little bit stuck. But I really primarily focus on simplicity. I don't give you a bunch of things that are going to overwhelm you, because I know that you probably are already. So I'm not going to add to your load. I'm going to lessen it, and I'm going to show you this actually can be really easy. I make building your business fun as well. And I always ask you, if something in your business feels a little off or unaligned, if it's not fun or easy, I'm going to ask you to stop doing it, because why would you keep doing it if it's not fun or easy? I built my business during nap times. I have 3 kids, 9, 4, and 1. All of them have had nap times, and I have built my business during those times. My 1-year-old is rebelling against them now. So I'm going to enter a new phase into my business where I won't have the nap times to work on it anymore. I'll have to just have her as a sidekick. I don't believe in the hustle mentality, and I don't really believe that it works or is sustainable for female entrepreneurs, especially moms. We wear lots of hats. And when we are implementing the hustle in our business, it kind of throws everything else off balance. And I don't believe that's effective. So I don't teach that, or I don't use that word in anything that I put out there. So before you start, I want you to be able to pay pay as much attention to the content that is going to be given to you. I want you to mute your phone. I have mine on airplane mode. I want you to close all of your other tabs. I don't want you to be working while you're doing this. I want you to just take the time to learn for yourself. Use this time to soak in some information that's going to be new and useful to you. I really don't want you to just brush this off as it's just another webinar. This is something that's going to help you push forward in your business so you can get to the 5 figures, because that's why you signed up in the first place, right? And then we always have a fast action bonus at the end of a webinar, and this is today's. This is a very, very good one. Later, I'm going to show you how you can get my entire launching system, Love to Launch, completely for free. This program is everything you need to launch your group program. So in Standout Coaching Academy, I show you guys how to create your group program. That is how we scale our coaching business, okay? We scale by having a program where we can teach more people at one time. But you need a launch plan in order to do that effectively. You need to know what you need to send out, when you need to send it, how can you effectively launch, what is the exact things that you need to do in order to make this successful is in Love to Launch. And I'm gifting that for all of you for free, but you have to stay until the end in order to learn how to get it. So this is a $400 bonus that we are throwing in just for you guys. Okay, space. All right, so if you want to use the chat box, you can, or you can just think about this as an answer. But I want to know, have you ever downloaded a PDF and thought, okay, this is the one? Like you're scrolling on Pinterest and you find this really pretty pin and it uses all the right words. It's just like almost like dating. Like Pinterest is dating, I believe. And I didn't do a lot of dating. I've been married for 10 years and I've been with my husband for, oh boy, I think it'd be 16 years in April. So I didn't do a whole lot of dating, but I picture it as Pinterest. You have lots of choices and you pick the one that looks the best and you pick the one that you think is going to help you get the goal you want. Like if you want to get married, you're going to pick that one and you believe it'll help you get to that point. And then you download it and you're like, this is not what I signed up for. They're like leaving out what they promised. I still don't know how to do this, and I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to go back and find somebody else or something else, right? And I know that happens a lot. And the reason why that happens all the time is because nobody ever puts the how in their free content because they're smart. They're smart marketers. They're smart business owners. We don't put the hows in the free content because then that would cut the connection off of you needing me to help you get there. So as a coach and you're putting free content out there and you're telling them what and why, you're doing the right thing. So, and when you look at this in the other way, as you being the person downloading all of this information, you're never getting the answer that you want because the how is always left out. So you're left either, going back and forth to Pinterest or wherever you get your information, and you're just accumulating information on top of information. You're a sponge. I talked about this on Instagram Live yesterday. You are a sponge and you're soaking up all of this stuff and you are like full, like you're ready to burst because you have taken on so much content that you just can't seem to even see past the clutter that you've piled up in front of you. And I know I was there too. I was the person who was proud of all the free content that I had downloaded and printed and put into binders, and I displayed it like they were, books that I've written. But there comes to a point where you need to get out of that phase now and come into the phase where you are taking action in your business. All right, so do you want to know how to stop wasting your time on downloading all of the things so you can take action in your business, so you can actually be the business owner that you set out to be the day you decided to become a coach? Do you want that to happen, or do you want to keep doing what you're doing? Let's talk about why you haven't found your sweet spot in the coaching world yet. A lot of people know they want to become a coach. They know they want to help people. They know they're here to serve. They have good intentions. They feel like they have everything in place, but they just feel like they haven't found their spot yet. And I picture like a big auditorium full of seats, and all of the seats are different, and you're sitting in one seat and it's comfortable for a while. And then after you sit in there for a while, you're getting a little shifty and you're like, I don't feel like I should be sitting here anymore. You stand up, but you're not sure where you should go sit next. And that's what I help my students and clients do. I help them evolve and stand up and move to the seat that's more appropriate for them at that time. As entrepreneurs, we grow a lot and we have to be willing to stand up and move and go to another seat so we can be in more clear view of our goal. And if we're stubborn and we decide, I'm just going to stay here, I will go through the pain of sitting like this, I will get through it, then nothing's really going to happen. Your goal is going to be in front of you, but it's going to be really far away. So that's why we haven't found our sweet spot yet, because you're not willing to stand up and move to another spot. You're not willing to listen to somebody and take advice from somebody who's been there before and just go with the flow. So does this sound like you? Does any of that sound like you? Do you feel like, yes, I am the queen of downloading all of the free information. I go to webinars like it's my full-time job. And I think I'm getting ready to stand up in my seat and move to another one. Does that sound like you? You want to get unstuck. You're like literally stuck in your seat. And you just realize that I have to get up now, but I'm kind of stuck. I don't know how I'm supposed to get out of underneath all of this stuff that I piled on me. You feel like you're spending hours upon hours every single day on your business, and you're seeing little to no results. So on top of being stuck and overwhelmed, you're sitting behind your computer. You're aimlessly going from tab to tab. You have probably 25 tabs open on your browser. You're going from Facebook to your email service provider to your website to Google to Instagram. You're just all over the place. And all of a sudden, there's nothing that can waste time more than hopping from tab to tab. It's like, maybe you're bar hopping and you're not really accomplishing anything. And I don't know why I'm using all these dating analogies. I have no experience with them, but you're just hopping from place to place to place. And you're never like spending a substantial amount of time to achieve a goal where you can say, okay, I am done with this. Now I can move on to the next thing. So you're not seeing any results because you're not giving any 100% effort towards anything. So when nothing receives 100% of you, it just sits there and it gets a little stale. And you have a way too much going on, right? Like I said, you're the girl with a billion tabs open. You're constantly like, you sit at your computer and then you grab your phone and then you're on your phone and then you put your phone down and then you're at your computer and then you grab your phone again to check and then you're back and forth. You're like, you have no focus because you have no direction. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You haven't set goals for your business. And so you're just sitting here racking up time like you're getting paid for it. You've been doing this alone and it's just not working. So a lot of people who start Standout Coaching Academy have come into it, never have been coached before, or they're coming from a program where they bought, but they didn't have any coaching from it. So there's a lot of programs out there that you can purchase from a coach, but the coach is not present in the program. That's not what Standout Coaching Academy is. It's basically like a hybrid of one-on-one coaching and a group program. So you get all of the content delivered to you, plus you get me infused within the 90 days. So you're getting coaching, you're getting the support and accountability, and you're getting direction, which is something that you need. You need something, and you need guidance. You need somebody to help you get through those hurdles as you're building your business. You need somebody to ask and bounce things off of. And when you're doing this alone, it's really hard to see the light when you're, again, put so much in front of you and around you and on top of you. You've been building this business for free, hence all of the PDFs on your computer, and you just can't seem to find the answers and guidance you need and deserve. It's because you're seeking free stuff, and it's because you're seeking the easy way, and it's because you are not getting the answers you want because the answers are in the paid programs, the paid services that coaches and course creators are offering you, but you keep rejecting it because you don't believe that this is for you. But really, you're just scared to invest in yourself because you're scared on a deeper level. That's something that's really important that we need to address, especially when we're just beginning Standout Coaching Academy. That's why we go into the mindset first and foremost. And always, because I can give you guys all of the strategies and all of the things that you need to build your business. But if you don't have a mindset that can hold you up and build up every single day, it's going to be really hard. And that's why that's infused into Stand Out Coaching Academy. When we get on our group calls together, we always go back to mindset. I will stop you in your tracks. I will interrupt you and make sure we are phrasing things in a different way, so your perspective on your business is different. And by the time you're done with a call, we should have before and afters of our group calls and take a picture of before they're on the call and then after. It's always different. I can see the light bulbs popping up over their heads after we're done. And that's so fulfilling to me, because I can see that people finally have clarity. Like they have been struggling forever with this one topic, and they can't seem to find the right words, or they can't seem to get past this hurdle in their business. And then when they get on the call, they get guidance from somebody who's been doing this for 9 years. It feels so much better. They're just breathing a sigh of relief. You wish you could just book your dream clients so you can stop feeling pressure from your family and start bringing in a steady income. I never had pressure from my family to build a business with a steady income, but I would put a lot of pressure on myself. And I just wanted to work with clients desperately. And I know that's where you are now. I don't know if you've ever worked with clients, or maybe you have, but you just want more of it because you know that it's going to fill your cup, and you know that's what you're put on earth to do. So you feel like you have the puzzle laid out, but you're missing like a lot of the corner pieces, like the foundation to hold it all together. All right, so what you're going to learn today is how to create a coaching business that oozes confidence and clarity, so you can build that list and grow your following that's full of raving fans and your biggest cheerleaders. My students and clients are my biggest cheerleaders. They fill me up, and it's not just when we're working together, it's months after. And they are like they're the reason why I sit here and do what I do, because I pictured them before I even worked with them. I knew that they were out there. I was going to build up to where they are, and then they came. And now I'm friends with a lot of my clients and students, and because we are all the same, I've traveled their journey just a little bit before they are, and that's why I'm here to guide them. That's how that works. The second thing we're going to learn is how to become the authority in your niche and be able to sell your programs with ease to your dream students and clients, so you can scale your business faster without having to do more work. So growing faster, less work, more money. That's what we want, right? How to take the billion ideas that you have in your head and put them into the world so you can share your gifts with others and create the income that you desire. So before we dig in, I want to share my story with you really quickly so you know how I got here. I told you that I've been doing this for 9 years. I've told you that I have experience. But if you're new to me, this will be extremely informative. And I have a picture that I found that was super old that I'm going to share with you. This is super old. This was 8 years ago. My business life was super chaotic, to say the least. I was all over the place. I was spending every spare moment on the computer, on my laptop, on my old green Dell laptop, and I was always messing around on my website and not really ever accomplishing anything. But I thought, if I'm behind the screen, then I'm doing something. And that gives me an excuse to say that I'm working on my business. And I had no clue what mindset was. I didn't know the things you had to have in place in order to make it, because you guys, this was 8 years ago. There still isn't anything really to look off of, any substantial information, because this online entrepreneurial world is fresh. We can't look back and say, well, what did they do in the 80s or what did they do in the 90s? We have nothing to look off of. We're building this ourselves. So it's a constant test as you go. Hold on to somebody who's a little bit ahead of you and then see where it goes. That's pretty much all I can say on how to go through this journey, is hold on to somebody you trust and follow them, because they will take you. If they've been on the journey before and you like where they are, just go where they are. Then a few years later, I really struggled with the fact that I needed to niche down because I wanted to help everybody. And it was really difficult for me to understand how important it was. So when I started my very first business online, I was a health and wellness coach. And I dealt a lot with, selling product, And I didn't realize that I could do more. I knew I wanted to do more, but I didn't know how. I had nothing to look off of. And then I started to notice different people online. I think Instagram first started to come up, which is weird to say. Instagram started, and then I started noticing people were like really kind of going for it. And so I decided I'm going to invest in myself, and I'm going to buy a couple of programs and classes that I can do to help me, get more certified and legit with my health and wellness business. So I invested, I don't remember how much it was. It was a scary investment for me at the time. And I really gave my all for these classes, and I got certified. And then it was like within a week, I was getting clients coming to my home so I could help them train. I had a certification in personal training. So I invested in myself, and then it came back to me within like a week. And then I started doing that for a while, and then it just kind of got a little bit heavy and a little busy. And so I had to switch directions again. And that's what I struggled. I needed to niche down. I needed to figure out, okay, what do I like about this business, and what do I not like? And I didn't like having to spend so much time physically trading hours for dollars. I didn't like that anymore, but I really liked the business side of it. And so I kind of went with that after I got over the fact that I can't help everybody. But then I ran into the story when somebody would ask me what I did. I kind of stumbled all over the place. I knew I wanted to help people, start their online businesses, but I didn't know what online business or who or like what was I going to help them accomplish. I had no clue. And it was super hard for me to see myself as an authority, and I made it almost impossible because I was afraid to narrow my audience down. It took me a long time to finally say, I have to just get over the fact that I want to help everybody. Like, that's great and all, but it's not possible. I was the Walmart of coaching, and I had to realize I had to stop that, and I had to take it to another level. I had to get out of my seat, stand up, and go sit somewhere else. So this is this is Gracie in the middle, and she was just a baby, and now she's almost 5. So that was around that time. And then it came to me one night that I had to recognize the journey that I took myself and acknowledge that it's special. Not everyone is doing this, and not everyone can do it. So I decided, this is clear to me. I built a coaching business on my own, and I know how to do this really well. And then it became really clear. I want to help coaches do the same. I am traveling a road that they are on. They're kind of at the beginning, and I'm 5 to 10 steps ahead of them. I'm going to show them how to get to where I am. And then I started to work with clients who had goals that completely matched what my purpose was, which is what we want. We don't want to work with people who have completely different goals than we do, because we can't help them if we've never traveled that road ourselves, right? So, that's where we got to stop with the imposter syndrome and trying to be other coaches online, because we haven't traveled their journey. We haven't gone on that, and that's theirs. So we know that there's people who want to get to where we are. So let's start where they are, meet them there, and then take them, as far as we can, so we can build up on ours as well. And now I feel super confident in what I do. I've never felt more aligned, and I know I'm doing exactly what I'm here to do. I finally feel like I'm working with the right people. I'm working with the right students. Every time I have students come in Standout Coaching Academy, I know that my messaging is clear because the students that come in, I know that there's a shift happening where people believe that I can help them, and they want to learn more. They want to do what I do. They want to have that, and I can show them that. So not today, when I took this poll at the end of 2018, not a poll, I just looked at my analytics for my payment system. I realized that I had tripled my monthly income from my 9 to 5 and my business growth this past year. At that time, when I did this at the end of 2018, it was 772%. And then when I checked a few weeks later, it was 900 and some percent, and I just didn't update it. That's huge. That's a huge growth. So if you have a 9 to 5, or you are doing this full time, this is completely possible for you guys. You can have the business that you want if you follow, somebody who you want to be. It's totally possible. If you're open to the outcomes, you detach from anything, and you just let this journey go where it's supposed to, this can happen for you. I didn't think it could happen for me years ago either. And then I just let go of that fact, and I let go of all those stories. And then all of a sudden, wow, what an amazing couple of years this has been once I got my mindset together, and I started really taking this seriously and stopped being so hard on myself. This is my lovely friend, Andrea. In less than 1 year, she went from having nothing to launching and selling her group program, which is called 90 Days to Find Your Bliss, and then working with one-on-one VIP clients. She is amazing. You should go follow her on Instagram. She's one of my good friends now, and her business has gone so well because she has her mindset together. And you can even see her testimonial on my website as well, because she talks about how she made 10K within her first 3 months of working with me, because she has her mindset together and she had a proven system that I taught her. And then everything flows perfectly when the recipe is together. All right. So imagine that feeling. Imagine that you're Andrea, or imagine that your ideal business is doing what you've been wanting it to do. Imagine how that feels. Imagine what that would feel like for you if you woke up in the morning and you knew that you were bringing this amount of income into your family. Imagine what that would feel like if you knew exactly what to do when you sat down at your computer every day, exactly what to say, exactly who to talk to, exactly how to help people. That is possible for you guys, but there's so many things that you need to have in place in order for that to start rolling out for you. So where do you start? If that sounds good for you, we need to start somewhere. And the first thing that I really want you to do is choose your specialty. Almost like niching down. Choose your specialty, but go with your intuition. Go with what's speaking to you inside. Don't go with what anybody else is saying or who you're watching or anything like that. Go with what feels right for you. Go with the statement that you can say out loud with confidence. If you say your specialty out loud and it feels off, try something else. I want you to be able to say what you do and who you help with confidence. Don't try to recreate the wheel. Take good notice of your feelings of when you speak it out loud. Write it down, put it on your Instagram profile, and look at it from an outside perspective and see how it feels for you. Accept the imperfections. That's really important. This doesn't have to be perfect. This doesn't have to be set it and this is what it is forever. Like, you will change your specialty because you will grow, but you have to let yourself grow naturally. Go with the flow, right? So we compare our growth from this year to last year in our business. We probably were speaking completely different because we were at a different level. And as coaches, it is strongly recommended that you invest in yourself and educate yourself all of the time. So the more you learn, the more your messaging is more clear to the people who need you. Your messaging is probably going to be more advanced. So you're going to be changing things. If you look back on your business from a year ago, you're probably like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was doing that. It doesn't seem like even like me. It's because you've grown, and that's good. We're not just going to set something and say that this is the way it is until the day I decided not to do this anymore. You're going to be changing all the time, and you have to be okay with that. All right, look at your history. How have you helped others, and what do all of these things have in common? This is a great niche exercise when you're trying to figure out what your specialty is. And for some reason, we don't want to go with our history right when we start. We feel like it's not exciting enough when all of our journeys are exciting. It's just not exciting to us right now because we've lived it and it's always with us, right? It's kind of like, let's say like, how everyone has, their perfume smell. And when you first get a new perfume and you kind of smell it on yourself a lot and you're like, oh, I smell good. And then after a few weeks, you don't smell it anymore because you've gotten so used to it. You've gotten so used to your journey and your history. You can't even like pick out that it's actually a thing anymore. And you just completely disregard it. I want you to look at your history, write down the things that you've accomplished and look at them and think, okay, I can help people do all of these things. when you write down your accomplishments and you have a conversation with yourself to say, okay, let's picture somebody imaginary sitting across the desk from you and looking at your list of accomplishments. And they said, well, how did you do that? And then you say, oh, well, this is what I did. And they say, I never thought of it that way. How can you show me how? That's the basis of your business. That's your specialty. And they're all going to have like something all in common. And that's what you do and who you help. I hope this is making sense to you. It comes easy for me to explain. And sometimes I talk really fast. So I'm hoping that this is making sense to you, but it's kind of it should be a big light bulb moment to you. And it should feel like a sigh of relief for you, because you don't have to stress about this anymore. Just acknowledge the journey you've taken and use that for your messaging with the people who are paying attention to you. Step 2, know who needs you. So we need to think about this person that's sitting across from you, what are they struggling with? You know, we looked at your history and the journey that you've gone on, and you're going to continue going on a journey. You're going to continue hitting things that, you know, little muddy paths, which is all a part of it. But so far you've hit, you know, 3 or 5 things that you think people are probably struggling with right now, and you've gotten out of them yourself. What are those things? What are those things that people like are Googling solutions for? And what kind of pains are they having? What are they Googling and searching for on Pinterest? You know, like, how do I do this? Those are the how questions. That's what people are asking. And if somebody asked you, let's say somebody asked you, well, how did you set up your website? How did you get your mindset so good? How did you lose 70 pounds? And then you can say, well, these are the things that I did. And they'd say, oh, I can't find that stuff by just looking on Google. I can't find any of that. And okay, I need to work with you because I want what you have. That's the coach-client relationship, is they want what you have, and you got to show them what you did. And they take it as their own, they make it their own, and then let their success blossom on their own pace. This is another thing that is important to pay attention to, especially if you're marketing: their age range, their lifestyle, and the type of business that they have. So you can hone in on your messaging. If you're marketing your business, if you're purchasing ads, whatever, you need to know, you know, and if you haven't worked with anybody yet, it's okay. Just pick something, just go with something. We don't want to say we want to help men and women of all ages, because that's not, I mean, the coaching business, it's different. We need to hone in on who it is and the lifestyle that they have. So for me, I'll just go with examples when I'm setting up ads. So I will go with the age range of 25 to 45. I have clients and students who are below and above those age ranges, but their lifestyles are similar. A lot of them work 9 to 5s, but I do have a healthy mix of full-time entrepreneurs too. And the type of business that they have, I have coaches who have health coaches, spiritual coaches, business coaches, writing coaches. I have all kinds of coaches. And so my niche for the coaching business is still broad, but I work with women, and we kind of narrow that down a little bit. But you just need to start somewhere. You have to put out something, or otherwise it's just going to be really confusing. If you say I work with everyone and I help you do whatever you need to do online, that's completely broad and very confusing. So you don't have to say in your messaging, I only work with people from 20 to 40. It just has to give you a good idea so you can picture this person. And it might be somebody who's came to you in the past and you can just kind of picture them. Well, describe them. And we have really good exercises in Stand-Out Coaching Academy that help you kind of lay out this person you're making up or you're using, so you know who you're speaking to when you're writing copy, when you're creating your sales pages, when you're writing posts, when you're doing all those things. You need that person in front of you so you can speak to them. You also need to know, who you can help do what. What is that what, right? So my what is I help coaches start and scale their coaching businesses. What do you do? We need to be able to speak that with confidence. And I really want to stress you to say that out loud. That's a test. And I want you to see how easily it comes out of your mind. Because, sometimes there's going to be a time when somebody's going to ask you, well, what do you do? And you can't just like sit there and think about it for a while. You have to say, oh, I help coaches start and scale their coaching businesses online. And if it's shaky, pay attention to why it felt shaky to you. Like, what feelings came up with you when you said it? I mean, yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking to speak it out loud, especially for the first time. But does it feel good for you to finally get it out? Or do you need to work on what that statement is? And when you know who needs you, you kind of know where they hang out online too. So that's another important way to kind of get in with your clients when we're struggling to figure out where they are. I would pick an influencer that's similar to you, and I will go and like do some research inside their audience. And I'll do this a lot. I'll find an influencer who has a business that I look up to, and I'll go in like on Instagram, for example, and I'll look and see and research the people that are following them and commenting on their things on Instagram. And I just want to get to know my audience continuously because they always evolve as well. So this is really important. Go 5 to 10 steps ahead of you and go look at their audience so you know what's coming for you. And that's how you can stand out, is because you do the work to keep up, right? Standing out means keeping up. And I talk about this on a podcast episode. The coach, the one-hit wonder coach, is the coach who decides not to work on themselves anymore and not to invest in themselves. And I used to think that sounded so sleazy when coaches or any kind of course creator would say, gotta invest in yourself when they're trying to sell something. I always thought that was such bull, but it's so true. If we want people to invest in ourselves, if I want students and clients to spend money and work with me, then I have to do the same. I have to put that energy out there too. I can't say, I'm not going to give anything, but I want everything. That's not how it works. There has to be an exchange of energy. We have to continuously educate ourselves and broaden our education because this world is always changing. And we can't use the same strategies that we had in place 3 years ago because it's always changing. Facebook is changing. Everything's always changing. We got to keep up. And if we're not keeping up, then we're just going to get lost in the shuffle of all the people who decide that they're just going to ride this ride for free. So who feels like this is all coming together? You can put in the chat. I haven't checked it yet, but put in the chat if you feel like, yes, this is all making sense. I know that I need to now take action in my business. I know that I need to do something for myself for once. And this is finally like exactly what I wanted to hear. One more step, your unique solution. This is where you get on your special twist. This is how you stand out, right? So I stand out from the other people in this sea of coaches by saying that I'm on a mission to stop the hustle mentality. I show up and I am fully present in my group programs. I give you guys my all. I am extremely generous with my stuff. You can ask any of my students, you know that I am super generous. That's what I want to be known for, and that's what I am known for. So I'm also known for making things super simple and no fluff. I give you everything that you need in a step-by-step process, and that's another thing that I'm known for because that's how I like to learn. So I make my stuff that way as well. Because I know that's what you guys want. That's how I package everything up. Now I package everything up into my group program. And that's how I've scaled my business. I work with one-on-one clients, yes, but they can't sustain the scalability that I want to achieve in my business. I can't get to that point working one-on-one because one-on-one clients take a lot of time. And I've done this math exercise in our Facebook group this week. And basically it's saying, let's say if you work with 4 clients a quarter at $5,000 per client. So you're making $20,000 per quarter from client work. Well, if your client calls are involved, for me, they're 12 calls a quarter. So each person gets 12 calls. There's 4 people, that's 48 calls. So I'm spending 48 hours on calls for, how much did we say? $20,000. Yeah, that's great money, but that's a lot of hours of me sitting behind my computer, and that's a lot of energy that I have to give out. And I don't want to work with any more clients because I don't want to be sitting here all the time on the computer. So I needed a way to scale my business. And that's why I created Stand Out Coaching Academy, because I needed a way to work with more people at one time for the same amount of hours. So if, let's say you have $20,000, let's work with the 20,000. That would require, 20 students enrolling in your program. Well, in a program setting, the way I teach you guys to meet with your students is go every other week and meet, you probably meet for like an hour, hour and a half. So that's 6 hours of, not 6 hours. Yeah, 6 calls for a 90-day program as opposed to 48 calls. That's a more of a sustainable lifestyle for the same amount of money for a fraction of the time. Now, doesn't that sound way better to you? Instead of having to rely on clients, you can use them as a backbone for your business, but then use your program to scale your business. And that's what we teach in Stand Out Coaching Academy. Those two strong fundamental pillars, your client pillar and your program pillar. Those are what you need to build your business to where you want. Your unique solution is you giving yourself credit again, and what comes easy to you. What can you say without a doubt, I'm really good at this? And just maybe you need to make a big list, or maybe ask somebody, ask your spouse or your significant other, a friend, your mom, go ask, what am I good at? I remember asking that up to my mom all the time when I was little, what am I good at? And this is where you just need to be really honest with yourself and give yourself some love and credit, because you're good at stuff and you need to acknowledge it. So you're taking all of your ideas and you're packaging them up into a program, which is, for me, Stand Out Coaching Academy. Everything that I know, everything that I teach my VIP clients is packaged up into one signature program. That way I can help and impact more lives at one time than working one-on-one with somebody. My one-on-ones and my students learn the same stuff, but it's the experience that they want to have. Whether I want to work with her one-on-one, I want her for 45 minutes all to myself, they will pay for that. If they are okay with being on a group call and they want the community, then they will join Stand Out Coaching Academy. But it's the same principles, the same teachings, it's all the same. The experience is the difference. Okay, so let's recap. Now you know that you have to simplify. You have to trust the process, have patience, go with your intuition so you can have a coaching business that stands out and makes an impact. You also learned how to choose your specialty, and you learned the importance of choosing your specialty and just going with it. And you learned why you don't have to and shouldn't sell to everyone. You don't have to be the Walmart of coaching, right? You saw that once I did this in my business, how much easier it was for me to communicate and sell. For example, last year's data for income was 742% growth. And last year, it's been 1 year since I started Stand Out Coaching Academy. And that is what has given, I can credit that immensely to why that occurred, because I decided to scale. I got off of the I need to rely on one-on-one coaching wagon, and I decided to scale it with a signature program. So you're here today because you want a thriving business, but you don't want to give up your freedom, right? You don't want to have that hustle lifestyle. You don't want to spend hours upon hours on your computer every single day anymore. And you want to scale, but you also need to get set up to book clients, right? And you want a simple solution to working with the dream clients and students, just like I have. You don't want to stress about them anymore. You want to just let them come to you. And that's what I do. You're tired of feeling stuck. You're really tired of sitting in the same chair, and you're ready to make a change, right? So now is your time. It's your time to experience what it's like to step into your brilliance. It's your time to get unstuck for good. It's your time to stand up now and move to something else, move to somewhere different. And it's time to book your dream clients with the guidance of a step-by-step system. So remember, nothing I've shared with you today is theory or ideas. These are all the things that me and my students and clients have done. I test things all the time to achieve healthy growth and long-term success. I don't want you to be a one-hit wonder coach. I want you to be a long-term success. I don't have any advantages or special skills. I don't have any secret tools or access to expensive resources. I just have a system that works. And if I can do this, I promise that you can too. So introducing the thing that I've been talking about this whole time, Stand Out Coaching Academy. This is Soka. This is the the system that you need so you can book your dream clients in 90 days. I've had students book them within 30 days, but we're going to say 90 because this is what it takes for you to get to the point where you are on discovery calls, booking clients, and beginning the process to scale your business. So these are all the things that are included in Standout Coaching Academy. These are all the bonuses and SOCA, and we're going to go over all of them individually. And the surprise bonus is coming up, so make sure you stay. I'm going to quick talk to you about Emma Louise. She was a SOCA student last summer, and she said, Lindsay's been an incredible coach to work with. She goes above and beyond to support you and is very attentive. She's giving me the confidence to take action on my dreams and finally start my business. The additional resources she gives you for lifetime access is also an amazing bonus. That's another thing that I want to stress. Once you get Standout Coaching Academy, it's not just dead in the water. The experience continues to grow. Standout Coaching Academy is a year old, so it started in 2018 in February. Those students have the same material that you get this weekend. So in a year from now, you will have the current material. Everything is always being updated, either replaced, added, whatever I feel that needs to be done. You don't get a program and it's done. You get the live program. You get everything and it's forever. So if I decide to change something in 6 months, you get that update too. Just because your 90 days is over does not mean your experience with SOCA is over. There is no program that does that, you guys. There's a lot of programs that say once your 90 days is up, you lose all the access to the content. I don't do that. You keep it. You paid for it. You keep it. And here's Sheila from In Search of Sheila. SOCA has been such an amazing investment for my business and myself as an individual. She was like the first person to sign up for SOCA. And Sheila is doing amazing things in her business. So here's what you get. You get SOCA is made up of 6 modules, and which means every 2 weeks you get a new module released under your name. So when you enroll, you get a link for a Teachable account, and you join that, and then you're under My School. And I have several courses in there for you. You can see that Good at Tech is in there, Sales Page Anatomy, all of those you can see right in front of you. Those are all bonuses. But SOCA is released to you in a dripped out manner because I know that you are coming into this program probably overwhelmed, and I don't want to add to your plate. I want to clean your plate off, and I want to just give you things in digestible pieces. I don't give you all of SOCA at once. You get new work every other week, so you can get the work, finish it, and then the new stuff will come to you. Everyone likes it that way because otherwise they will binge on the content and never get anything done. You also get 10 plus bonuses. I actually added a few in there, so that should be a plus. SOCA also includes group support. So every other week we have a group call, and this is recorded. So if you're not able to make it, you can still ask questions. I will answer them on the call for you. And then you also have access to all of the other group calls that have happened months prior to this. You can go back and listen to these to build up on your coaching skills, to learn from other students. It's a very valuable resource just in those alone. Again, you get lifetime access to all of the materials and entitlement to any upgrades made to program content. And by the time we are done working together in the 90 days, you will have a business potential, that doesn't make sense, have a business that potential clients are attracted to. You will have that set up. You will have all of your systems in place. You will have a network of coaches as your support system, which is the SOCA Girl community and me. You'll have finally a coaching business that's known for something. You will be so clear in your vision that you will know what your purpose is. Every time you sit down, you know who you're here to serve and how you're going to serve them finally. So let's dig into the modules. Module 1, you will learn how to attract your ideal client. You're going to get daily practices. You're going to get the SOCA diary. You're going to get ways to get the support that you need and deserve to run your coaching business. You're going to learn how to remove those money blocks that we all have, and you're going to get into the right mindset. This is a super important module. This is not something to be taken lightly. If you're new to mindset work, just be open with it, do it, and then you have my support to go through it. Module 2 is create a successful coaching business model. This is where you will craft a business model that you love, not something that I'm just giving you a template and you have to do this too. You will make your own, so it's something that reflects the lifestyle that you want. You will learn how to treat your business like a CEO. You will learn how to set your income goals for your coaching business, how to know your dream client inside and out, and how to become a client magnet. And then module 3 usually comes out around week 6. You will get visible with your dream clients. You will learn how organic marketing with social media is made very easy for you. You will learn how to create perfect content that will build your list every single day. You will learn how to make list building easy. You will learn how to craft a coaching funnel, which is so important. This is how you can book clients on autopilot and how to get clients on demand, on command from your email list. I've never launched I'm booking clients type of launch. I just put out the vibe that I'm ready for my clients to come for this quarter, and then they will come to me. Module 4, you will learn how to create and sell irresistible coaching packages. You're going to create your coaching package. You're going to learn how to book discovery calls. You're going to learn how to map out your process, how to have the right mindset for your discovery calls. I know a lot of us can get really nervous when those calls come in, and how to sell your VIP on a call and online. Then you will learn how to streamline the way you work with coaching clients, how to make a great first impression, how to get paid for your services. We need to do that. How to keep clients engaged and inspired while they work with you. My best practices that clients love and need, and client support and boundaries so you don't get overwhelmed. Then you're going to learn how to book clients on autopilot. This is where you will launch your VIP in a big way, but it's a very special way. How to generate high quality leads with an evergreen masterclass. How to get dream clients applying for discovery calls on autopilot. Advanced marketing strategies for coaches, and creating high converting pages for your coaching system. That's what you get inside Standout Coaching Academy. Now let's go into the bonuses. Good at Tech is such a great bonus because it's an always growing on-demand portal of all tech trainings that you need for the recommended systems that I ask you to use. So if you need a training on how to do something in Asana, I will point you to this portal. If it's not in there, I will create it and add it to the portal. If you want to learn how to create a landing page and lead pages, go here. There's a training on that for you. It's on-screen tutorials that are easy to follow so you can take action in your business and get closer to your goal. So this value is always growing because the content is always growing. So if you're not techie, it's okay, I have you. The social media savvy is super awesome because I have 3 big pillars for organic marketing that I utilize for my business, and that's Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. And I have all the trainings in there that you need to get set up, have a good system and strategy behind everything so it's working for you. And then I decided to include the Facebook ad essentials because I know a lot of us, once we get set up with booking clients and we decide to go into creating our group program and then launching it with Love to Launch, they want to maybe use some paid marketing. And so I included the Facebook ad essentials to help you get started with that, because I know Facebook ads can get a little scary if you're just starting. So you have step-by-step guidance on how to do that. Then I also included the sales page anatomy, and you will use this fill-in template when you create your VIP sales page, and you will use it when you create your group program sales page. This is a high converting sales page template. That's basically you filling in questions and then you drop them in the spaces where they're supposed to go. It's very easy and very effective. And then we have List Building Mania. This is if you don't have a list or your list is pretty stagnant, your email list is what we're talking about. This is the course that you need to take so you can get started with that. So you are constantly building up your list so you can launch, so you can communicate with more people, so you can build your business. And then if you don't even have a website yet, that's okay, because we have the Blog Accelerator, and that will help you create your blog. I recommend Squarespace. And it helps you go from like a domain name to an established blog. So you have all of that for you. Then we also have the Discovery Call Strategy Workbook. And we have the Coach's Instagram Strategy Book. And this is the fast action bonus that you guys will all get by taking fast action after this webinar is over, or you can go and sign up right now. We will keep track of the times in which you enroll so we can make sure that you are getting Love to Launch. Love to Launch is the no-brainer system that you need to use in order to launch your group programs with success. I've had clients launch their programs to a list of under 100 people and make a few $1,000s in a weekend because they used this system. This is what you guys need, and that's why I'm giving it to you for free. This is a $400 value, so this adds on to the $2,000 plus value of all of the bonuses that I'm already giving you. So yeah, you probably shouldn't say no to this. So to sign up for Standout Coaching Academy now, so you can get this, just go to standoutcoachingacademy.com, enroll, and we will watch the time, okay? Because there is a time sensitivity for this. We want you to use this button below on the website to enroll in Standout Coaching Academy. This is your time, you guys. If you're ready to finally get a coach that will walk you through everything that you need to have, a business that finally stands out, you need to enroll in this program. So let's talk about the investment real quick. Hiring me as your one-on-one coach right now will cost you $8,000. It costs $8,000 to work with me for 4 months. So you can do that, or look at the comparison. You can get the total value of all of this stuff is $10K plus. So you can get $10,000 worth of material and coaching for $997. You can make monthly payments for a year of $97 to get $10,000 worth of content and coaching. So I don't know if I need to make that any more simpler for you. This is a no-brainer. You want to work with me, but you don't have $8,000, but you have $97 a month, then go and sign up. This is your time, you guys. For a year, you make $97 payments. Forever, you have ever-growing content. Forever, you have a support system in the Facebook group. Forever, you have a business that started off on the right foot. So the choice is yours. You can save $167 by paying in full. We have some paid in fulls today, or you can just go on the payment plan. It's not a big deal. So I want you guys to join us. I don't want you to sit on this anymore. The doors are closing. I want you to take action. So come Monday, you have a new outlook on your business. You have new guidance. You have fresh eyes on it. You have all the things that you've been looking forward to when it comes to your coaching business. This is your time. This is your time to take action, okay? I'm giving you guys everything I have. This is a secure checkout system. All you're going to do is you're going to go to standoutcoachingacademy.com. Once you enroll, you'll receive an email from me congratulating you with further instructions, and then you're going to get an email from Teachable giving you access to the first module in SOCA and all of the bonuses that I just talked about. You'll then be able to access the SOCA community in Facebook, and then get all of you'll be able to see the group call schedule, you'll be able to see the welcome video, and all of the Module 1 content. So you can start now for just $97, and then 11 easy monthly payments after that, or just pay in full for the $997 and save $167. Or you can work with me for $8,000. So if you want to work with me, you want to learn how to get this business off on the right foot and making some substantial income for your business and for your family, then here is the answer. I know you might have some questions, so I came up with a few that are common. One is, will I be able to be successful at this? And I have no idea. I have no clue what your mindset is. I have no clue about anything. All I know is that I can give you what you need to take action. I can give you the support that you've been wanting. I can give you the accountability and the guidance. And then I want you just to let go of any outcome that may be. And that is hard to do sometimes, I know. And that's why we need somebody to remind us of that, to keep us going with this. Because sometimes this can get a little rocky, and we shouldn't be doing this on our own. You need to have some type of support system. I do. I always do. I always have a coach. And I believe you should too. And I would be honored if you would let me coach you through the next 90 days. This is a case study from Shonda. She says she's so grateful that God led me to Lindsay. I purchased other programs from other female coaches, and basically we're thrown into the group to fend for ourselves because the person is too busy to give us their time. And we paid for their programs, not Lindsay. You pay for what you get. She's amazing. She doesn't hold anything back. She knows her stuff, and she's truly interested in helping you succeed. That's why that's exactly why I love her and Soka. I wish I hadn't wasted so much money on the others. And if you've done that, and that's okay. You know, we've all been there. We've invested in things and we're like, that is not what I thought it would be. And where the heck is the teacher? That's not how this is. I am all in this with you guys. I am so present in this program. I've always been, and I would love for you to join us. And we talked about if you don't have a website yet, it's not a big deal, and you know it's not because you have the Blog Accelerator to help you create it. And then I will watch you build it and look at anything you need me to look at. I want your website to look amazing, and you just have to ask and I will answer. What about if you don't have a list? It's not a big deal because I gave you List Building Mania. You can do that training too. And when you join Standout Coaching Academy, it might get a little overwhelming on where you need to start. So that's why we have the big welcome video at the beginning. And it's me explaining to you how I think you should go through the program and what you need to do, because I know there's a lot of stuff. And I've gotten the comment that I'm like a kid in a candy store because there's so much stuff here. I just want it all because you're finally getting the answers. And that's why I want you to just really pay attention to the pace that you're going and just take little bits, bit by bit is okay. Slow is perfect. What if you don't have a solid concept yet? Can you still join? If you feel called to coach and you want to help others and help others achieve something that you've achieved yourself, that is all we need. We can take it from there. So I encourage you to just, if you feel called to take action with this, if you feel like I can help you and you believe in that, then just join and we can take it from there, okay? This is Marissa. She said, Lindsay shares her methods and really helps simplify processes to make our lives easier so we are working more efficiently. So Marissa was in Australia, and if you're worried that you're in another country and that your times might be a little off, she said she never had an issue with that. And then she also talks about the support. She would definitely recommend signing up for this if you want your business life to change. So here's another question. I'm not sure I can really do this. And yeah, that fear can come up, and it comes up a lot, especially as we're growing. We're going to hit those growing pains. And that's why you need support. You need somebody to help you, to bring you up, to fill your cup. And that's why it's important to surround yourself with others who are doing the same thing that you are and want to do. And then Teresa says she loved the step-by-step approach she received. Her technical skills were lacking and the trainings were super easy to follow. And that's exactly why you can feel totally comfortable joining this program. If you don't feel like you have everything put together, it's totally fine. You're in good hands. All right, so we have this lovely little timer. We're not going to stay on here for 15 more minutes if we don't have a bunch of questions. But you guys have 15 minutes to sign up to get Love to Launch. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to sign up within that. That's why it's called a fast action bonus. And remember, you're getting a program that's worth $10,000. You're getting coaching from me. You're getting a community. You're getting lifetime access to program materials. You're getting everything that you need to finally take your coaching business to where you've been wanting it to go. So you have 14 minutes to sign up. We're watching the time, we're keeping track, and we're gonna see how many people decide to take action today and start Monday off on the right foot. Let me see, do we have any questions in here? Remember, just go to standoutcoachingacademy.com and you'll be able to enroll, and you will be getting emails coming from us letting you know your next steps. And then we're going to be starting on Monday. We're starting fresh just in a couple of days. So do not waste any time. Just go with it. Go with your intuition, what feels right for you. And I want to see you guys in Standout Coaching Academy. Do we have any questions? You want to put them in the chat box? I know that you guys are still hanging out. Let me know if you have any questions. I can stay on for a couple of more minutes. But if you're like, oh no, I'm in, let me know. I want to know if you guys are joining. Put in the chat box if you're joining. We've had students already joining this morning who are excited to come in, and I don't want you guys to miss out on the Love to Launch bonus. And I keep kicking my desk. I'm so sorry about that. I like to cross my legs and then I kick my desk. If you don't have any questions, you guys, I want you to go to Standout Coaching Academy, go enroll. I will see you guys in the Facebook group. You guys will get everything you need. You're going to be so well taken care of for the next 90 days. I will be sending out an email for you with further instructions. So I want to see your little faces in there. Let me know if you guys need anything. I will see you guys in Stand Out Coaching Academy. Thank you so much for coming on.